Alright, I'm a little bit ambitious, but I want to see if I can record this in 18 minutes. If I can, I would be ecstatic, because that means I would have been able to record 4 of these lessons in one day. So that would be quite the accomplishment. Okay, Unit 8, Lesson 5, alright? So now we're talking about composite figures. So, what's a composite figure? Think about it like this. If I were to take all the shapes that you've learned so far in this unit, and I were to put them together, then 2 things needs to happen. 1, would you recognize what shapes I use to put these figures together? And 2, more importantly, would you be able to find the area of that weird new shape that I just showed you? Okay, so look at the first one, right? What 2 shapes do you think I used to form this brand new shape that looks like, I don't know, it looks like a tip of a pencil? Yeah, a rectangle and a triangle. So let's try this, okay? Let's jump right into it, all right? And then now we're gonna use the knowledge we learned from the first 4 lessons to put it all together, okay? So you can kind of see how this is being put together, okay? And this really also speaks to the hard work that you guys put in. Okay, all right, so here we got a rectangle, all right? So how do you find the area of rectangle? Right, length times width. So 9, 7, 63, all right? And then let me use a thinner pen. And then how do you find the area of a triangle? Right, base times height. Now, where's the base? I don't see a number here. Where's the base? Yeah, it's right here. If that's 9 meters, that's 9 here. So 9, I should use a different color. Base times height divided by 2, right? That's the area of a triangle. Base times height, that's 9 times 6. I'm doing some of this in my head right now, okay? I mean, at this point, you could probably do 2. So 9 times 6 is 54. What's half of 54? Right, 27. So this plus this, what would it be? 10, 6, 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 90 meters squared. So there you are, okay? It's that simple, all right? Now, look at the second shape. What 2 shapes did I put in together to give you this shape that looks like, I don't even know what this is. Looks like the kitchen, the stove, the thing that's on top of the stove, the exhaust, right? The purifier, whatever you call it. Yeah, it's a rectangle right here, and it's a trapezoid. Right? So let's take a look. What's the area of this rectangle? Well, 7 times 4. Right, it's 28. And then let's take a look at this guy. I should use different colors, by the way. But, all right, so what's the area of this trapezoid? Well, base 1, I'll use a different color. Because then the purple will be the answer, the reds and the work. Okay, all right, so look. So base 1, right, is 7, base 2 is 19, height is 8. So base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2, right? So 7 plus 19, so I'll write this out. Times height divided by 2. So 7 plus 19 is what, 26? 26 times 8 divided by 2. What's 26 times 8? Now I'm going a little fast because I'm also racing against time, so. But it should be okay, all right? If you want, you could slow this video down to half speed or 3/4 speed. Wouldn't be too bad also. Now, all I gotta say is too, be very careful once you get this, because some of you might circle this as an answer, but that's not the answer. The answer is these 2 put together, yeah? So let's add these 2 together. What is 28 plus 104? 132. So this whole thing is 132 centimeters squared. Okay? Last one here. What two, now you notice how this shape is different from the first two. What do you notice that's different? Yeah, I didn't draw these like, what are these? These dotted lines, right? So I'm making things slightly harder for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you out still. Okay? So what two shapes were used to form this kind of a weird shape? Yeah, it's a rectangle. So let's see, how should I do this? It's right here. This rectangle and this trapezoid. So let's get the area of the rectangle first. 4 times 2 is 8, right? And then here we got this. So let's use red again. Base 1, which is 4, right? Because that's 4, so that's 4. Base 2, and the height. All right, so let's go back to using the original marker. So look, base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So that's 14 times 8 divided by 2. Let's see, what's that? 14 times 8, 112 divided by 2, 56 inches squared. Okay, and that's how you do it. That's how you make it happen. Okay, so it's not hard unless you don't recognize what shapes makes up this composite figure. All right, by the way, composite, again, it's like a composite number, right? When you're putting things together. If you don't know, if you can't tell what shapes I used to make a new shape, then you should be worried. All right, but in the meantime, if you recognize it, you're good to go. Okay, so let's try these 5 questions together, all right? And then we're done for the day. Okay, let's see. Okay, number 1, all right? You can see, right? We got a triangle and a rectangle, so it's very much like the first example I showed you. So, right, area of rectangle, 12 times 18, what would that be? 216, so this is 216, right? And then base 18, so this base 18, and this is the height, so 18 times 7. So to find this, base times height divided by 2, that's multiplication. Let's see, right? Yep. Base times height divided by 2, that's 63, so this guy is 63. All right, 63, so we'll add these two. What would that be? $216 plus 63. Yep, 279 square yards. Okay, all right, now look at the next one. Where should I draw the line? Yeah, now, technically, you could draw one here. Let me double check. Hold on, let me think to myself real quick. If you draw it here, let's see. Okay, let's do it both ways. It's okay. If you draw it here, this would be 12, and since this is 4, this is 8. All right, this is the first way of doing it, by the way. Again, right? If I draw this line here, if that's 12, if this is 12 and this is 4, then the rest of this is 8, right? Because 8 plus 4 gives you this 12 here. So this is 8. Now, if that's 14 and this is 7, this is 7. The rest of this is 7. See that, right? If this is 14, this is 7. To make this complete, this would have to be 7. Now, that helps, right? So let's do the math here. 7 times 8 is 56. And then here I got 4 times 14. What's 4 times 14? 64. Let's add those together. 120. All right, so it's 120 meters squared. Now, So look at this, right? I'm gonna erase all of this now. I'm gonna do it the other way, see if I can do it, okay? If it doesn't work out, it's gonna be a little bit embarrassing, but I think it's worth a try. All right, so look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line in a different manner. I'm gonna draw the line down this way, this time. Okay, let's see if it still works out. So this is 12. Yeah, that's 12. I don't care about that. Here, this would be 7, right? Nothing new here, right? So this is, wait a minute. Yeah, this is 7. All right, the lights turned off again. That's 7, so this is 7, right? Because this is 7, this whole thing is 14. So this is 7. And then what about this one? This is 4 by 7, all right? 7 times 12, right? So I'm doing this big triangle here. I mean rectangle. 7 times 12, let's see, 90, 84. Oops. So that's 84. Let me use a purple marker. What about here? 7 times 8, 28. Okay, let's see. 84 plus 28. Wait, hold on. Let me double check something. Let me double check. 7 times 4 is 28. Here is 12 times 7. Hold on, let me pause real quick. Hold on. Okay, all right. I had to pause because my answers don't match, and I knew I made a mistake, and indeed I made a mistake. So this is the one that I show you for the first time, where I drew the dotted line here. I just corrected it. I did 4 times 16 here. All right, on my calculator. I don't know why I did that. It's 4 times 14, so that gives me 56. This one's also 56, so hence I got 112 square meters for this one, okay? And then this one, all right, like I've just shown you, this still adds up, right? When I take 84 plus 28 is 112. So that's 112 meters squared, or square meters also. So apologies there. I made one tiny mistake here, and it really threw off my answer. Okay, yeah, that's why I wrote 120 here, because this was off by 2. Okay, all right, okay, well, good thing I caught that. All right, let's keep going. All right, wow. So hopefully that did not confuse you. Okay, all right, 3 more to go. Now, look at this. What 2 shapes did I put together, all right, for this? Yeah, right here. So here I got a little triangle, and out of that, I got a rectangle. So all I need to now figure out is the base of this triangle, because they gave us the height, right? You see that? It gave you the height there. So what's the base here? If this is 10, and that's 6, what's the rest here? Yeah, it's 4, right? 6 plus 4 is 10. So let's do the triangle first. So base times height divided by 2. So 4 times 4 is 16, divided by 2 is 8. And what about this guy? Base times height, that's 60. Put them together, 68 inches squared. Okay? All right, next one. I'll stay with this color. Again, we got a triangle and a rectangle. So right here. Okay, so what's this here? If this is 12 and that's 8, what's the little part that's left? Think about it. Yeah, this part is 4. So for the triangle here, base times height, 4 times 10 is 40, divided by 2 is 20. How about this guy here? 12 times 4, right? So this is the rectangle, right? Base times height is 48. Put them together, 68 square feet. All right, I'm like, how much time I got? I got 3 minutes. Okay, perfect. All right, despite my mistake. All right, so now look at this. This is interesting. This looks like one of those nautical flags, right? People fly on their sailboats, right? So what 2 shapes make this happen? Think about it. Yeah, it's 2 trapezoids actually. So if I cut across them like this, you will see that this is 2 trapezoids. Now, the beauty of this is if you find out one of these and you double it, you have it. You don't need to do 2 different things because they're not 2 different shapes, right? Because this is these are all made of 2 different shapes. This is one shape doubled, right? Because this is a trapezoid stacked on top of another trapezoid. So let's find this, okay? So here we got base 1. Base 1 is 1.6. Base 2 is 2.5, right? Times the height. Now, what's the height? It's half of this guy, right? So what's half of 1.2? Yeah, 0.6 times 0.6 divided by 2. All right, so this is a pretty good question if I don't say so myself. All right, so this plus this, 1.6 plus 2.5, that's 4.1. So 4.1 times 0.6 divided by 2, so times 0.6. That's 2.46 divided by 2. What's that? All right, and I encourage you to use your calculator for this, especially for this question. Okay, it's 1.23 square meters. Okay, all right, so not bad. How are we doing on time here? Pretty good, 15 minutes, all right? Went pretty fast, but hopefully, if you don't understand it, pause and rewind. And all right, and despite the little mistake in the middle of the video, I think we recovered nicely. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.
OMG, that was so good.